What's up, guys? This is it. This is the final video on this whole stupid ass drama. I'm gonna split it out the entire timeline, at least what I can remember. Here's where it started. I think it was stupid hair. I think it was last year at some point. Let me think. I can't exactly look. Actually, I could. I want to say somewhere in July, August. Sometime last summer. Let's put it that way. It was during the end of the Kozomi drama. But that's neither here nor there. Raiden came to me with the proposition of... I almost said proposition. The proposition of deleting the current server and making a new one. To start from scratch due to all of the drama. I was on board with it. So we would on and off work on the new server. Get everything set up and whatnot. He had his friend Ember join the old server. He asked me if I would be alright with him being a mod. I didn't know the guy. I didn't know anything about him. I didn't know if I could trust him. I had to work with him if I were making him a mod. That's the thing. It's got to be trustworthy. It's got to work well. Well, not necessarily well, but... don't necessarily have to be friends, either. He just has to cooperate. Wasn't asking to be friends with him or anything. I just needed time to get to know him, see if I could trust him. I thought that was reasonable. I didn't do it to hurt his feelings. Pretty sure I even said that to Raiden. I didn't know him. No, I'm not comfortable with it. So he backed off. He didn't bug me anymore about it. Later on, we were all in a voice chat. Raiden, Ember, me. I can't remember who else, but there was a few. Oh, Drone, a few others. And we're all talking. Suddenly, Ember yells at me. I didn't even know what I said. Then he yells at Drone. I don't even know what he said. After like the fourth or fifth time, I'm like, stop that. Because I don't even know what I'm saying that he's getting upset over. Because he's just like, hey! Like I wasn't even talking about him or anything about him or anything like that. I was talking to Drone. So like I said, I don't know why he's being upset or whatever. I don't even know what I did. It happens one more time in another VC. So I told Raiden I didn't want to deal with this. I don't like people like that. Like, this is annoying. I don't know if he talked to Ember or whatever, but round 3, I was playing Roblox. I was playing Make Friends in Jail, whatever that game was, the Tycoon. It's well known that I have an issue with Microsoft. They stole money from me, and they have very poor customer service. And when something goes wrong on their network, they don't give a shit. When Microsoft and Sony, I don't know about Nintendo, they don't quite have the same kind of network. But Microsoft and Nintendo or Sony both got DDoS that one Christmas. Only Sony compensated their players. I know that because I had already switched to Sony by that point. I asked my brother, who's stuck with Microsoft. He switched later on. He didn't get an Xbox Series S, whatever the hell it was. He went to the PS5. But I asked him if they did anything. No. Actually, there was random maintenance, I guess, earlier for Sony. I don't even remember. It didn't even seem to be off that long, but I guess they tacked on some days. Or off that long, I mean. They tacked on some days. It's, hey, whatever. Didn't exactly affect me, but hey, whatever. I guess others were more affected, and so, I don't know. Seemed like it was on the off for like a couple hours. Well, I'm not mad. Microsoft wouldn't have done that. So, yeah. Basically, he was going on and like how Microsoft was customer forward and blah, blah, blah. And I told him outright what happened to me, why I don't think that, why I don't believe that. Raiden tells us to knock it off, so I shut up, try to go back to what I was doing. He keeps going. I tried to defuse it. Again, Raiden tells us to stop. I shut up, try to go back to what I was doing. Still, he won't stop. Once again, I try to defuse it, since Raiden didn't do anything. But after a few seconds of nothing, of him continuing on, I decided to just mute him and be done with it. He left at that point. I think he thought I was trying to ban him, which I wasn't. I was just trying to mute him on my end, so I wouldn't have to deal with it. I thought there was a mute button, so that's what I was looking for, rather than having to turn down his volume. I don't know why I couldn't find it. It's weird, because I know I saw it before. But whatever, that's that. He refused to come back until I apologized and tell him why I was doing that. Do you see the problem with his logic? I did say why at the very beginning. I was very clear about it. I have nothing to apologize for. I didn't insult him or anything. I only insulted Microsoft if I did at all. Which I probably did. Because I hate them vehemently. They're ass bags. And to further explain them stealing from me, I tried to download some content. I was trying to get the rest of the Modern Warfare 3 content, as well as I think a few games. None of it worked. None of it wouldn't download. Still haven't been able to download it. Can't try anymore because these servers are now down. for Xbox 360. I tried to ask Microsoft. Well, it's not on our end. We don't care. Huh? Like, I know that they had a no refund policy. I get that. I understand. It's easy to abuse that with digital content. I don't know why Steam still does. I guess it's a limited time on Steam. Which would be cool if they did that on consoles, but I get it. I get it. It's whatever. I wasn't mad about that. I was mad about the fact that they refused to even help. Thus, they stole money from me. So that's why I jumped ship. And never looked back. And after the reveal of the Xbox One, I refused to play another Xbox console. But I guess that won't be a problem since apparently they're wanting to stop making Xbox consoles. Yeah, see how well that gets you with your always online thing. I know it's something you're gonna say, but so does it. Nope, you can play games offline with all that. Before they did the 180 on the Xbox One, you wouldn't have been able to do that. You wouldn't have been able to buy used games. Because of a stupid password system in it. It was a whole hell of a lot of shit that people hated. Anyway, moving on. He didn't want to come back until that happened. Blah, blah, blah. Eventually, Raiden came to me. Asked about it again, and I said, I'm fine with him being around. Like, I'll talk it out. It's whatever. Because prior to that, we met... Or, no, wait. No, I think we met prior to that in a... Discord. VR chat instance. It wasn't the current VR avatar world I used to look for avatars. It was a different one. The first one I used. It doesn't work, really. So I stopped using it, used another one. Because it's so much better. Because the other one, I think it's yet another avatar search or something like that. The search thing kept breaking. Like, all the time. It didn't at first, but eventually it did, and it... But this pristine, whatever the hell it is, that I currently use works. It never broke for me. It works consistently. Never had issues. So whatever they're doing, it works. Whatever the one does, it doesn't work. What is up with my hair? But anyway, I think he was invited to a session there or something. I can't remember what happened there at all. But I want to say I was like trying to understand why he was like this. Oh, I know what he was trying to. I know what it was. I know what it was. He was trying to explain to me his backstory, which I was trying to empathize with him. I was trying to empathize with him because I went through pretty much the same thing. Is what I thought at the time, but concerning his recent behavior and how he's been actively being a bully, frankly, I don't believe that he's been abused and raped and all that. I have, but I never bring it up. If I do, it's to explain my depression. I don't use it to get what I want or to garnish sympathy or whatever. Granted, I used to. Freaking hair. I'll be honest about that. I used to, but I grew up. Realizing it was stupid and immature. In fact, I actually hate that I used to do that. And you know. I believe I was still a teen, or it might have been early 20s. I don't know what I was thinking. But I've grown up from that and moved on from that. I no longer do it. Instead, I just explain, like, oh, if I start seeming off, it's because this. That's why I'm depressed. And I have the papers to prove it. But like I said, I was trying to empathize with him. And he said something along the lines of, I don't know why you think this is something I can help. I'm like, because it is. Why do you let it get to you so much? Just stop caring about what they think. It's like, I was trying to help him. And then later, in an Ocarina of Time 3D instance, Raiden and I... Oh no, I think that happened prior to the argument. Yeah, that happened prior to the argument. Because then Raiden was trying to get us to make up. Because he joined and I tried to avoid him. To stay out of... To not cause any drama. I guess Raiden was talking to him and he came to me and said that he wanted us to make up. So I gave it a shot. I tried to be nice to him after that. Didn't work, I guess. I don't know, I tried. Whenever he was in an instance, I didn't bother. I didn't say anything. I greeted him. Whatever. I had no issues with him being in the server. To put it bluntly, I didn't like him, but I wasn't bothered by his presence. If that makes sense. Like, I didn't care if he was around. It didn't bother me any. So, I didn't even care if he was in the server. It didn't bother me none. It's whatever. But he kept going on how he had to discipline these people. For what? I don't know. Kind of irritated me because it seemed like they didn't do all that much. And then it was a first offense. For whatever reason, he had to outright ban them. It didn't sit right with me. Now, I'm not one to judge people and their beliefs. What you believe in is your own. You do whatever you want with that. It's whatever. Just don't try to force it on me. If you want to share your beliefs with me, and I ask you nicely not to, please respect my wishes. Like, I myself am Catholic, but I don't go around forcing that on people. I practice what I preach. You want to talk religion? That's fine. I'll listen. But don't force it on me if my beliefs are different than yours. Like, say, if you're Muslim and you want to share some of that with me, fine. I'm interested in learning. I'd like to know what it's about. Sure. But don't then try to tell me that my religion is wrong. Whatever. Because I'm not going to tell you yours is wrong. You believe what you want. Ember has this belief that he has a spirit guardian dragon, or whatever. But the way he comes about it sounds like he's schizophrenic. I never said anything. But I merely asked Raiden to not bring it up around me because it made me uncomfortable. I asked nicely. Like, I never said anything when they talked about it, when they were hanging out. I just kept quiet. God knows I wanted to, but I kept quiet. I forgot what I was talking about prior to that. Gotta hit having a one-track mind. Oh gosh, I'm yawning. I'm not even tired. Anyway, it'll probably come to me later. Oh, right, the banning thing. Like I said, Ember would go on with that. Well, hang on, there was something prior to that. I'm sure you guys heard of the game, Would You Rather? It gets raunchy. There's no way to select what types of prompts pop up or anything like that. You can skip, but it's kind of poopy if you do. Raiden understood this when we were playing. But suddenly he's like, Ember's joining, don't offend Ember. The game has a disclaimer. I don't think it was the type of game that's for Ember, really. I didn't mind him playing. But Raiden was basically like, don't do anything to offend Ember. In a game like that, that would have been next to impossible. I wasn't trying to tell him that Ember shouldn't play. I was trying to tell him, we can't avoid doing that. He's like, well, you can skip it. And I'm like, I'm not skipping everything. That sucks the fun out of the game. Ember suddenly speaks up. Fine, I'll remove the issue. He walked over to the mirror and sat down. At no point did I say he couldn't play. I was completely fine with him playing. He himself made that an issue. Not me. It's just that knowing how easy he gets offended, and that Raiden has said that, I was thinking, then this probably isn't the game for him, since there's a disclaimer you have to click past. There was literally no way around it. But then there's, I guess, the final straw for Ember or whatever. We're all hanging out. I forget who exactly, but I know Raiden was there at least. He left because his headset was dying, so he went to charge it. Ember turned to me. Don't you think it's satisfying to ban people? Didn't sit well with me. I simply said, this is why I don't want you as a mod. Because apparently he told me before that it hurt his feelings when I said that. I didn't do it to hurt his feelings. I didn't know him. I don't know how else I can get that point across. Because Raiden never talked about him before. Like, he even tried to have us in a DM with him. Which is fine at first. But, I don't know. I just don't care for him. At the time I didn't. Now I just straight up hate him because of what he's doing to me. Apparently he told Raiden that I was making fun of his groups. I don't know what groups. I never even looked in his profile. Why would I even make fun of someone's groups? I have no idea. Like what? Did you think I said, you're in that group, what a dumbass? No! I said one thing, and I didn't say anything more to him. But he straight up lied to Raiden. Because next time I talk to Raiden, he's like, don't ever make fun of Ember's groups again. And I'm like, I didn't. He lied to you. I don't remember what he said. I could probably look it up. Probably wouldn't even... Oh, no, I'd have to scroll pretty far. I think it was later that day. Rift, Raiden, and I were hanging out. Other than avatars. Prismatic, that's what it was. Prismatic. hanging out and looking at avatars. Raiden's like, behave, Ember's coming. It's like, okay. I was just gonna stick with Rift. Apparently, Ember immediately blocked me, but Raiden convinced him otherwise. Then Raiden makes the mistake of bringing up what happened. All I said was, why did you lie to Raiden? He tried to make up an excuse. So I'm like, if you're gonna lie to me, right to my face, and to Raiden, this conversation's done. I want to go back to Rift. What are we gonna do about you? Once again, blaming me for what he caused. Which set me off, because at this point I was done with his bullshit. Raiden wasn't happy that I was calling him a power abuser. I never outright said it. I thought it, considering what he said. And then asking me if I thought it was satisfying to ban people. Like, what the fuck? Nobody's satisfied of doing it unless they're a power abuser. Heck, when I have to do it to somebody, I don't get satisfaction from it. I'd rather not have to do it. I'd rather just everybody get along, but hey, whatever. You want to cause problems? You don't want to listen and stop. I don't want you in my server. Giving you chances. Get the hell out now. So I blocked him on VR. Raiden was upset and he regretted it. Regretted bringing it up, and I said, I know you're only trying to help. I don't blame you. February 14th. I joined Raiden on VR. I was looking at my friends list, see who's on, see if I can invite anybody. I noticed Ghost. Excuse me. I noticed Ghost was on. And that he was... What the hell was that? And that... Yeah, hair. Wait. Oh. I know who you were. I know who you were. I got a notification on from Discord. He was pissed off about something. I don't know what. I guess he got a breakup or something. I don't know. I mentioned it to Raiden. He says, yeah, I'm inviting him. Midnight joins. Ghost does that later, saying that he was really angry and that he broke something. He'll be back when he cools off. I thought, okay. Comes back, he's not any calmer. I was looking at avatars. At the moment, I was looking at plague doctors because I couldn't remember SCP-049. When I found one with that name, I thought, oh, that's it. I typed that in. I found one that I liked. It had a syringe. I'm a huge fan of plague doctors. They look fucking cool. I love how they look. And SCP-049 is no different. I'm a fan of the whole SCP thing. It's pretty interesting. It's awesome. Because I love horror. And it just fits my bill. And I may have a thing for 1471. Milo's hot. Don't at me. Ah, fuck, my nails broke. Whatever, I'll get it. Anyway. I thought, ooh, I'm gonna have some fun with midnight. Turn around with the syringe in my hand. Ghost panics. I thought he was playing along. So did Raiden. So I calmly said, it's not for you, it's for midnight. Relax. He starts freaking out and yelling at me. Then Raiden starts yelling at me. They're both yelling over top each other. I don't know what's going on. Ghost starts threatening me. I'm confused. I'm confused by the entire thing. My whole intent was just to mess around with midnight. And suddenly I'm being yelled at by two people and threatened by one of them. I'm confused. Eventually it starts dying down. I'm told he has a fear of needles. I'm like, cool. You could have calmly told me that. Instead of threatening me. Raiden agrees with that. Ghost gives me lip about it. And I thought, really? Really? You're gonna cause this whole commotion over a fucking needle and you're gonna give me lip about it? When you could have said something calmly. I blocked him. Raiden got angry about it and left quietly. The only reason I blocked him is because every interaction I've had so far with him has been him yelling, and it bothered me. I think he's the one that friended me. I only accepted it out of courtesy. Like any friend of my friend is a friend of mine. Generally a thing I have. Like, why not, you know? Get friendly with all the friends. I never hung out with him because, like I said, I didn't like him really. I didn't care for him. But whatever, I was being nice. Whatever. Nah. Midnight's like, oh, I didn't know you left the surf. Like, what do you mean? I didn't leave. Son of a bitch banned me and then blocked me everywhere. Like, are you kidding me? What an overreaction. And that was unlike Raiden. He's never done that before. Like, what the fuck? So I'm trying to get a hold of him, trying to figure out what the hell's going on. A fresh friend that I had just made and only knew for a couple days unfriended me. Cut of it. Just because I was asking her to see what was up with Raiden. And she couldn't be asked to help out. So she just blocks me. Whatever. Eventually, I get a response. Because you ruined his night. Like, you think I wanted that? You think I wanted any of that to happen? My whole thought process was, I'm gonna mess around with Midnight with this syringe. At no point did I know that he had that ghost had a fear of needles. I didn't know. I did not know. Raiden didn't know either. Raiden even said the same thing. He thought he was playing along too. I don't know. How in the hell does that work? Oh, no. I'm looking at the screen. I thought somehow my glasses were reflecting the door. It's reflecting my screen. Yeah, they're blue because I have a special coating that reflects blue light. Probably wonder what game I'm playing. You can see it in my eyeball. Atari Mania. But yeah. So that's one friend lost. Whatever. New friend. I was excited to have made a friend with her. Whatever. Whatever though. I didn't want that drama. Everyone his night. He even admitted later that it was an overreaction and it was stupid that he did any of that. I don't know how much of that was true. Because I gave Raiden some time, like maybe a week or so. Because right after that happened, I was trying to contact people, tell them exactly what happened before Raiden could screw me over even further. They left, joined my server, saying, "Oh, I know you wouldn't do any of that." Because right after banning me, he made Ember co-owner. Undeservedly, I might add. Especially after Ember said he didn't want another server. The rules that I put in there were kept from Kazomi's. I tweaked a little to improve them and improve the wording and all that. I added some of my own in an effort to lessen the amount of power the admin had so they couldn't abuse it. Because I have been on the receiving end of power abuse and I have witnessed power abuse. And I don't stand for it. Ouch! My fucking elbow. Ember reverted all of that. Didn't matter because I found out lately that he just redid all of the rules entirely. And added a no cursing rule, which Raiden never had an issue with that. But now it's like a dictatorship. No fun. Can't have fun. Nah. Can't have fun because Ember's the no fun police. He's basically Darwin now in that one episode of Gumball. When he became a safety dictator. What a weird episode. At some point, Kuro Alpha Wolf had invited me. Had a. Oh wait, I missed something. Rift tried to defend me in the server. Raiden shot that shit down immediately and deleted the post. Rift left another post yelling at Raiden about it, and then left and joined me. He told me that he wanted to go off on Ember that day that I blocked him. Wanting to tell him to just drop it because he's an immature child. And he is. He's a fucking man-child. Then, at least 5 people left and joined me. Among those are Rusty and Lindsay. And Kuro, my now ex-boyfriend. Kuro invited me to talk to his friend Lycan, who... who, words befall me. Who, also had issues with Ember. So I told him what happened so far. I even showed him a screenshot that I received from Rift of the announcement that Shithead made, that Ember made about me. Shit-talking me, slandering me, and overall lying. I still have the screenshot, and I will actually post it in this video. If I could get my fucking finger to work, I'll put it somewhere over in the corner. So yeah, Future Me did his job. You should be seeing it right now. I did not break 30 or 30-something rules. We don't even have 30-something rules. We only had like less than 20. Probably not even 15. I did not abuse my power. I did not harass anybody. In order for him to make that announcement, he had to break a whole bunch of rules, which would be ban-worthy. Even power abuse. I will not abuse my power. Yeah, you did, buddy, to post that. Because not only did you single me out, you insulted me, you slandered me, you did all that, and you lied. You also tried to say that I had him blocked, which is against the rules. Yes, that is a rule we have. But I was already kicked from the server before he was even in. Plus, I don't even remember having him blocked, but I guess I do. But even though, the rule actually says, without reason. Because when this rule was voted in, I was against it. Because of my anger issues, I have the need to block people so I don't see their posts. So it doesn't keep pissing me off. So I was allowed a leeway around it. So no, I was actually exempt from that rule. I was given special permission. So he's still wrong. Then let me think. Oh yeah. Then I after telling Lycan what was up, I eventually got an invite to his server, which Ember and Raiden were in it, but I said nothing. I didn't even bother them. Eventually, Raiden contacts me in the server. You surprised I'm here? Like, no. Would like to talk to you, though, in private. We tried to talk it out, try to figure shit out. All I said to him was that I don't want him letting Ember dictate his friends. That's it. That's all. Because he said like 5 times, though, he said he was afraid of losing Ember. And he was afraid that if Ember found out that he was talking to me, he would lose him. To which I said, if he's just going to do that just because you're talking to me, then he's not really your friend. Because I didn't care one way or another if he talked to Ember. It's whatever. Even now, I'm not saying he has to unfriend him, but he has to put his fucking foot down on him. Which would make Ember leave him once he realizes he can no longer control it. It's unfortunate that no matter what he does, he's gonna lose Ember. But it must be done. If he wants his friends back, if he wants all this shit to stop, it's gotta be done. I'm not the only one to tell him that. So whatever, we seem to be fine. I think we even hung out that day. I don't remember. Last thing I said to him was again the same thing, just to please not let Ember dictate his friends, whatever. All that. I even tried to break it down for him. What's worse? Which would you rather? Lose a whole bunch of people just for one, or lose one person and keep a bunch? I think that's a simple choice there. Woke up the next day, he blocked me once more. No rhyme or reason. I give him some more time. This whole time I've been talking to Zeno. And Zeno, I guess, has been yelling at Raiden and whatever. I don't even know what was said. He never told me. I'm not gonna pry. He probably doesn't even remember by now. Whatever, he's going through his own shit, so I'm not gonna bother him with it. In fact, he ended up leaving the server because of midnight. I guess they were having a lover's quarrel. I never knew they had a crush on each other. Whatever. Can't help but notice that you dated him, Midnight. But you had a crush on me, but you won't date me, you cheeky bastard. But you'll fucking date a pedophile. Yeah, he wanted to go after 8-Bit Nick. Where the hell? I don't really know much about him, but apparently he was a menace, not a pedophile. And he wanted to date him. And we're all telling him that was a bad idea. Like, you don't want to do that. It'll destroy your reputation. Ah. But he was adamant, so whatever. We told him that if he went through with it, well, Raiden said it, not me, that he was gonna ban him when I stood behind that decision. He was flabbergasted that his own friend would do that. But we're trying to look out for you. I know you want a boyfriend, but god damn, that's not the way to do it. Stop thinking with your dick, think with your brain. Anyway, back on track. Eventually, or I was told a few times that fuck. I was told a few times that Ember was shit talking to me. I hadn't really said a word about him. Like, every time I was told, I would ask Lycan to just get rid of him from the server already. Be done with it. Because apparently from the start he was trying to get me banned. And he would go on to succeed, but I'll get to that in a minute. Not he, eventually, excuse me. Or no, I'm getting ahead of myself. Eventually, Kuro asks me out. I was unsure because of the age difference. Me being 31, him 19. I was uncomfortable. I didn't want to look like a pedophile. Even though he is of age. My limit is 7. Not 7 years old. 7 years in age difference. In both directions. But I can make an exception. Obviously, I'm not going any lower than 18. I'd rather not go lower than 21, really. But he said something, I can't remember what for the life of me, that convinced me. I think it was that he... Because he overheard my mom with her bullshit and abuse of me. Whatever he said, it convinced me. So I gave him a shot. Eventually, I managed to get to talk to Raiden again. Didn't cause a scene, I just asked why he's doing this. Like, I just want to know why. I just want to be friends again. I just want this to stop. I said I was willing to talk it out with Ember. And God forbid he lets me back in and have my position back. I'm not going to do anything to him. And I told Raiden that if I did, if I banned him, he has every right to block me, whatever, never talk to me again. We shook on it. He asked Ember Ember was on board. But he needed some time because he was apparently moving. I guess that part's true. I don't really have any confirmation. I don't know. So I didn't ask. I let him have time. Like I told Raiden what was up with Carl and I. He was on board. Sorry, mate. It's usually this elbow. This one rarely locks up. This one locks up because I smashed it against a metal bed frame. So every once in a while I have to throw a punch to unlock it. This one felt like it was doing the same thing, but I guess not. So Ray and I were still hanging out, whatnot, blah blah blah. Three weeks later, this is back in April. Yeah, because it was a couple weeks into March. Or no. It was sometime in March. It had to be sometime in March. Yeah, because yeah. Sometime later. Yeah, because the blocked me in February. Unblocked me for a short time later in February. Blocked me again. And then once unblocked me sometime in March. Remember telling that I haven't blocked me again in March. Yeah, so we're talking. We're hanging out, we're having fun. Whatever, we're good and chummy. No issues. At least 3 weeks passed. I asked, hey, is Ember ready to talk? Like, I'll check. Oh, he's been done moving for a while now. Like, oh, nobody decided to tell me? So I said, okay. Is he ready to talk then? I didn't get a response. I asked the next day. Lemmer's not gonna do it if you keep bothering him. Like, what does he mean by bothering him? I asked a total of 3 times. With lots of time in between. Well, at least the first and second one. I only asked that so because I didn't get a response last time. As a long time has passed since the initial deal, I was tired of waiting. I didn't really want to wait anymore. I just wanted to get this done. As far as I was concerned, I gave him plenty of time. And considering he had been done moving like a while ago, shouldn't take 3 weeks to move. Should take a week at most. Didn't take us long enough most. Whatever. Anyway. I demanded I told him that I didn't want to wait anymore, and that I demanded that he make Ember do this, because I didn't want to wait. I wanted to get this done. He's like, Ember doesn't want to do it. I was like, you make him do it. Like, he doesn't want to budge. Like, okay then, he can go fuck himself. I'm done doing this. I'm done. I'm calling it off. I was told by Lycan that Ember told him that he had no intentions of talking to me. And he told him, Lycan, to keep quiet about it. Funny how later on Lycan changed his story on that. Like, oh no, I remembered wrong. No, that's too convenient of an excuse. Like, I have memory issues too, but I don't do that. I don't know. But, yeah, I was done. I don't remember exactly. I could look. It should still be there. I said, I'm not going to sit here and wait if he's not going to bother to do it. I'm done waiting. Why couldn't this be done sooner? Is a mystery to me. I tried to call him because I needed to talk to him about it. Goody, goody, goody. We have our talk. He seems to be fine, not mad or anything. Just calmly told him that I can't do this anymore. I don't want to wait. He doesn't want to talk, then screw him. I'm not doing this anymore. Honest to God, just wanted to clear it all up, wanted to talk it out, wanted to end the stupid drama. That's all I wanted. I'm not even allowed that. Because Ember damn well knows that if he talks this out, he's gonna be outed. The jig will be up if he does. He knows that. Because he has recorded me at least twice that I know of without my permission. Probably with the intent of blackmailing me. Considering he had Lycan do it to me with that exact intent. So everything that Ember has done, basically, if I were to press charges on him, harassment, slander, breach of privacy, blackmail, he's looking at several years in jail and a $2,500 fine. Which I just want Ember to know that next time he does something major to me, I will press charges. And I am not kidding this time. I will get the authorities involved. Because I am not going to take this anymore. Nobody else wants to fucking stop it. I will stop it. And it will end with him going to jail because I have proof and I have witnesses. Last thing Raiden said to me was, see you later. Our deal is that we talk it out, he'll moderate. If it goes well, good. If it doesn't, he would have joined my server. I guess he conveniently forgot because I remembered that. I went to go check to see if he was in my server or not because I couldn't remember. Blocked me because I went to ask him. Messaged him on PlayStation. Had me blocked. Why'd you block me? Blocked me there too. There was no rhyme or reason for that one. What, you don't want me getting mad because your friend flaked on her deal? And never had any intention of going through with it? Just gonna leave me hanging all this time? So, whatever. I was done. I was. I had thought during that whole. I had thought while I was typing to Raiden, why am I even bothering? None of my friends are in the server. Doubtful that they'll ever come back as long as Ember's there. Also, I had realized that I set myself up for a loophole. I said I wouldn't ban Ember. Nothing was stopping me from demoting him or kicking him. I wasn't gonna, but I realized that loophole. Anyway, I tried to move on. Been told several more times that he's shit-talking me. Several times Raiden has tried to convert my friends on me. I filled Lindsay and Rusty in with what happened. Apparently they had their own grievances with Ember. I may have been I was a little passive aggressive towards Ember, but it wasn't anything malicious. The song, More the Victim by Linkin Park, I thought it fit him very well. I was just sharing music, really. Just made a passive aggressive comment, that's all. Because it did fit him to a capital T. Because that's how he acts. He acts like he's always the victim. He has the victim mentality. He plays that card all the time. He deflects the blame. And people that fall for it eat it up. He manipulates people with it. How have I manipulated people? For what? Telling the truth? I'm not the one who chased people's friends away. I'm not harassing people. I'm not shit talking. Not openly, anyway. I reserve the right to do so after what he's done to me. At one point, Kazomi tried to pin it on me. Like, what the fuck? But then he always does that anytime drama happens. If I... Oh, I'm part of it all, even if the littlest bit. Oh, it must be me. Narrow-minded fool. Because he doesn't want to shut up and listen. He just wants immediate action. Doesn't matter who's really at blame. At fault, I mean. Like, I had a conversation with him earlier. All he was concerned about is that nobody's been talking to him or anything. And he's like, if you want me on your side, why don't you hang out with me or whatever? I'm like, gee, how am I supposed to hang out with you or be nice to you when you're doing nothing but pinning all this blame on me and treating me like shit? I also asked him, if I'm such a piece of shit, why the fuck do you keep hanging out with me and talking to me and playing with me? If you think that I'm just a piece of shit and you don't like me, why the fuck do you keep associating with me then? I hate insulting him. It hurts me to insult the guy. But he keeps doing this to me. He has this complex about him. He's always passive aggressive. Also, I didn't even think about it, but now that I do, him wanting me to do all that, but not making Ember do any of that to believe him. What the fuck? And then when I have my status to Ember must die. Fuck Ember, he must die. He was mad at me at that. Like, I told you about the wanting to see people to die. Like, I reserve the right after what that fucker's been doing to me. Get off your fucking high horse. That's all he cares about. He doesn't care who's right or who's wrong. He just cares that there's drama. And now his inactivity has sucked him into it. He fucks himself over by being passive about it. No, because here's the thing. He keeps... I see him go around when I ask, well, nobody wants to talk to me. Do you try talking to them? But I want them to talk to me. Why are you red now? Because my friends are having issues. Did you try to help them? They all want to kill themselves. I sympathize. I empathize. I understand that. It's a permanent solution to a temporary problem. It's not worth it. But if you're going to be complaining that nobody's talking to you because they're going through their own issues, what the fuck? That's selfish, self-centered, not me. Like, I get it. He craves attention. I get that. That's not an issue in itself. It's when he doesn't get that. And then he makes up all these excuses. Like, I want people to initiate. Like, yeah, I would like for people to initiate conversations with me. I'm usually the one that has to do it. But I don't mind. Would I like people to contact me? Yes. I miss when Kazumi would do that. He'd always randomly text me, and I miss it. In fact, just about every night, he would, like, call me and we would talk a bit. I missed that. I don't know why he ever stopped. For real, I'd be happy to talk to him if he stopped treating me like shit. Like, I'm the source of all his problems. Like, I'm not. It's not me. He's also a hypocrite. But whatever, this isn't about him. Throughout the time hanging out with him, Kuro, Raiden would force him to hang out with him. There was a short period of time where he broke up with me because I threatened Lycan. I didn't threaten Lycan. I was fed up with Ember. And Lycan kept bringing Ember up, and I got fed up with it. The threat wasn't meant towards him, it was meant towards Ember. Basically what I said is, if you don't stop bringing them up, you're not going to like what I'm going to do next. Which meant, if you don't stop it, I'm going to shit-talk the hell out of Ember in the server. Because I'm tired of this. You want the drama to stop, get rid of him. He's the one causing it, not me. You don't see me trying to get you to ban somebody every damn day. Can't do that. He didn't do anything in the server. He's clearly causing drama. And this would stop it. No, you have to be a hard-headed asshole. But I talked that out with Lycan and cleared it up. Apparently, Kuro was dating Ember to see if he would change, and he wouldn't. So he came back to me. Which pissed Ember off. Ember had made an avatar for Kuro. But because of this, he took it back. Which pissed Kuro off. He complained to Raiden about it. Raiden wanted him to apologize to Ember. For what? Ember's the one that needs to apologize. He took the goddamn avatar back just for associating with me. At that point, Raiden started dating him, and yes, that's been confirmed. Which means he's cheating on his girlfriend, but his girlfriend doesn't seem to care, which Kazumi was right about the whole time. Polys are icky. They don't often work out, but if you can get yours to work out, more power to you. But his girlfriend is into that, apparently. Also learned that Raiden isn't straight. Apparently he had an ex-boyfriend. who apparently came to Raiden himself, to say it. Or Raiden, fuck, I mean, he came to Rusty himself to say it. I don't know how, I don't know why. I believe Rusty, he has no reason to lie to me. It's just that when he initially told me, he sounded like an AI. Because he joined Raiden, found out Raiden has a boyfriend, an ex-boyfriend. Raiden has an ex-boyfriend. And then he left. I didn't know what was going on. Neither did Kuro. But anyway, Kuro stopped hanging out with Ember and all that, and Raiden. On and off, they would try to get Raiden, or Rusty and Ember back. Both told him no to deal with Ember. Rusty even said, fuck off, I'm not coming back till you deal with Ember. And Raiden's like, you know I can't do that. Apparently Raiden was gonna delete the server, saying it was a mistake to even do it. And he's tired of losing people. But if you're tired of losing people, you would listen to why they're leaving. You would quit thinking I'm manipulating them when I'm not. All I did was tell them the goddamn truth. They made their own decision who to believe. And since they know what an asshole Ember is, since they've had to deal with him before too, so what the fuck? Yeah, I did that apparently, uh-huh. Because you keep telling us, I'm lying and you know the truth. Yeah, he knows the truth. That you're lying. Because Kuro had recorded a conversation, not recorded, streamed. He streamed his screen in a Discord conversation with Raiden. My God, Raiden was lying so hard. Excuse me. It hurt that he was on board with Kuro and I, but now he's against it. I sent a letter to Raiden, trying to offer him a compromise. Deal with Ember. Go through with deleting the server and just bring everybody to mine. You don't have to worry about leading anymore. Because he was going to relinquish the server to me anyway when he stepped down. Or at least was. And to be fair, I probably was going to do that anyway since I didn't have to look at 2 servers. I don't know. Because I didn't want to have to look at 2... I didn't want to have to deal with 2 servers. Co-owning is one thing. But I already own a server of mine. I didn't want to own another one. But yeah, whatever. I'd rather that server be shut down than it be torn to shit like it did. That was not how that server was meant to be run. It became crybaby jail. God damn. No, the crybaby corner. Then the complete downfall started to happen. Carl went to see what Raiden wanted on VR chat, and he streamed it to me. Raiden was trying to get him to turn on me. He said the same thing to Carl that he said to me, which told me he was lying. I can't remember anymore what that was. Oh, that I want you back, I want this drama to end and all that. Yeah, no. If you wanted it to end, you wouldn't be doing underhanded tactics like this. If you wanted it to end, you would get that lazy piece of shit. Not lazy. You get that crybaby piece of shit to actually talk. And if it outs him, so what? At least you know I was telling the truth. But Carl refused. He had some regrets, but I assured him he did the right thing. But right as that happened, oh no, right before that happened, actually. Right after that, right before that actually happened, Lycan said, "We made a compromise with Ember and we made another server. No offense to you." I'm like, no, you don't do that. That's inexcusable. No. She's like, he forced me to. I'm like, no, you don't do that. You want this drama to stop, you get rid of him. You don't do this. Like, what the fuck? He's like, I'm not kicking him. He didn't do anything. And I'm like, I'm not giving you a choice. This is non-negotiable. And I'm like, really getting angry now. Because I tell him, if he doesn't, I will get him to leave. Because he's like, he doesn't want this everyone else on the server to know the drama. Like, well, it's going to get out one way or another. Most likely from Ember. Sure enough, he did it himself. Because he got me so pissed and I exploded on him over this. He's like, get the fuck out of my server. I'm like, fuck you. You can suck my balls. Like, go to hell. Fuck off. He was really making me mad over this bullshit. I wanted it to stop. I just, literally, if he listened to me and got rid of Ember, all the drama would have stopped. It's like, because he's like, somebody else stepped up. I don't believe you anymore. I'm like, what do you mean? I have a whole list of people and evidence. You don't have shit. I don't believe you anymore. What? That's to the point where I left the server before Ember could have any satisfaction. Then the stream with Raiden happened. And then when Kuro came back, I told him what happened. He got pissed. He checked the server. Lycan was recording me after saying it was illegal. Apparently Ember told him to do so to blackmail me. Because he posted it in the server too. This pissed off Kuro so much that he was gonna wage war on Ember. He was so fucking angry about this that he cut himself that night. By some weird coincidence, I was also bleeding that night because I accidentally picked off a scab. I was trying to scratch around it, I accidentally ripped it off. Some strange coincidence, huh? Eventually he got to missing Ember. Like, I know, but he chose his side. Then, not Ember. Then, apparently he hung out with Lycan. Even called me on Discord, the video call to show me. Like, Lycan sounded sincere about it, so I joined quick to talk it out with him. He understood what I meant by Ember being controlling, and then he regretted it. Now I'm not so sure if he meant any of that, since he seems to have changed his tune once more. But I gave him the benefit of the doubt still. Because I didn't want to drive a rift between them two. And I really didn't hate Lycan. I just didn't like what he was doing there. And he seemed sincere, so I thought I would give him a chance. So I think it was the following day, maybe. May have been. I don't remember. I needed to talk to him about Lycan about something. Which then Kuro joined. Like, I thought Kuro was with him. So Kuro went on a humongous rant about Ember, wanting to call him the N-word. And all that, he was so pissed off and he was so done with Ember's bullshit. Ember's bullshit. Yeah, that didn't last long. Because I think it was the day after. Hey, I want to hang out with Ember and Raiden. They want to end this drama and he's going to give me my avatar back. I'm like, I don't buy that. That is fishy as fuck. And I was right. He's getting mad. Like, I don't care what he does, but I don't trust this. He clearly used the avatar as bait. Like, he dangled it over his head like a fucking carrot. I knew what he was doing. If he actually wanted to end it, he would have came to me and talked it out. So I needed to talk about this to somebody, so I tried to go to Lycan. Didn't know Kuro was there. I thought he was with Ember and Raiden. When I saw you there, I was like, he's like, what do you want? So I'm like, I'm not here to cause trouble. I'm not here to cause trouble. But Kuro started all with it. He goes to walk away. I continue with liking. Kuro's like screaming in the background. Frustrated beyond belief. And I'm just confused why they both suddenly had a change of heart. Like, what the fuck? Eventually, Rusty joins. Lycan takes a walk in the... It was City 17. You know, from Half-Life 2. At the train station. He took a walk to calm down. Kuro went to talk to Rusty privately. Like around the corner. I just stayed there at the trains, walking around. I felt like eavesdropping, but I didn't. I have no idea what they talked about. Rusty said he doesn't remember, but it was something about me. So whatever, they eventually came back, we started walking. Like, trying to calmly talk. I kind of break down a bit, crying. Like, I didn't want to lose him, but I knew this was a trap. But I should have saw the red flag, because he yelled, "Do you not want me to be happy and have my... Do you not want me to have my avatar and be happy?" That was red flag number 1. So finally, I gave in. It said, fine, I will give it a chance. If he actually gives you the avatar, fine, I will back off. But if he doesn't, I reserve the right to say I told you so. Lycan said that Ember said it would take him a week to 4 weeks to trust him, to get it back. Well, no, he got it back the same day. Because later he showed it off. I'm like, okay, fine, I'll back off. Next day. Can we just remain friends? I'm not comfortable anymore. Like, huh? What? What now? What's your problem now? I'm just uncomfortable. But why? Why are you uncomfortable? Just uncomfortable. Why? You told me to shut the fuck up. No, I didn't. I was playing I think it was Skyrim. Either Skyrim or Oblivion. I don't remember which. But I was trying to figure something out. All I said was, shut up a minute, and trying to figure this out. I didn't mean it to be mean, so I immediately apologized. It's not like he hadn't yelled at me. To which then I realized, oh, I get it. He converted you, didn't he? The second red flag was when he said, Ember always keeps his promises. No, he doesn't. He was like a brother to me. Third red flag. If he was, then why is he treating everybody like shit that hangs out with me? Why would he take your avatar? Why would he be mean to you then? Why the change of heart? You wanted to go on a not a rape, on a rampage against it. You went on a rant. No, I didn't. Oh wait, I'm getting ahead of myself. He yells at me and then I just leave the call. No, it was a different call. No, that was that call. It's just telling me I just leave the call. I make an announcement in my server. Liking wants nothing to do with it. Fuck him. I talked to Lindsay. She's like appalled at Kuro. That Kuro would do this. Here's what she said. In a text. Ember stole Kuro from me. He made Kuro break up with me. Knew Ember was up to something. Yeah, I seen your announcement. Was really hoping that with what was going on, Kuro would be smart. But if it was over that stupid avatar that made him do it, then that's pretty messed up. Over an avatar instead of a... He flat out said, "You would not want me to have my avatar and be happy?" ... Bro. Who's the avatar? He chose that over me. That's fucked through all hell. That's not how that works at all. That just tells you he wasn't even happy just being with you. Sure, it's more. I'm like, yeah, no shit. Sorry, man. Yeah, that's ridiculous. And I don't want to be the bad bearer of words and say you dodged one for that, because that's just rude and I know it's painful. I said Rusty was there, so provided he remembers anything that happened 2 days ago, he can confirm that. I didn't say that to be mean about Rusty. I have my own memory issues. Rusty does too. But whatever. I'm not harshing him about it, because like I said, I have my own problems. I only said it because I knew that he probably wouldn't remember because of that. But if he did, fine. All the better. He said, and then Lindsay says, yeah, he let me in on a bit of it, but not really. He just said that there was a bit of drama and you and him could be splitting up. Lindsay then told me that Kuro went back to dating Lycan. Something had been bothering me. Because before I started dating Kuro, he said that he and Lycan were dating on and off. Considering Lycan's a minor, I just figured it was while they were both minors. But I don't know how long they've even been friends. So basically, I tried not to think about it. I just tried not to think about it at all. It's like, whatever. Like, I wanted to bring it up a few times, but I don't know why I never did. It just, I just didn't want to open up that can of worms. But that hit me. Like, I could pass it before if they were both minors at the time. When they were on and off doing it. But Ember should know, or Kuro should know better. But now he's dating a minor, and I can prove that. And I'll put up the proof here, just a bit. It was cropped a bit because, you know, I don't want to give away my username or my friends' usernames. And I know it says Bam Bam, but that's Lycan's Steam name. And I know it says Aurora, that's also Lycan's name. He just likes to go by Lycan. Because Lycan Rock is his favorite Pokemon. But yeah, ages and everything. Raiden called me a liar about this. He texted Rusty earlier tonight. I flat out said to Rusty, right before it, Raiden would probably look the other way. Sure enough. Ryuiki's lying. He's not a pedo. Blah, blah, blah. Quit letting him manipulate you. I'm not manipulating. I have proof. I have proof, and it's delicious. In fact, I was in a group chat. He invited me to. He invited me to a group chat with one of his friends. I thought I should probably do the right thing and tell his friend that he's a pedo. I was gonna leave it at first, but I thought, let's spread some seeds of chaos. He's gonna fuck me over. Well, fuck him. Look, my philosophy, I'll keep your secrets, but if you betray me or hurt me in such a way that we're no longer friends, I'm not at liberty to keep your secrets anymore. I'm no longer obliged. So be careful what you tell me. That's not to say I'm gonna leak out your goddamn credit card or whatever, or your real name. No. I don't know why you would give me that in the first place. But, yeah, I dodged the bullet there. Then, yeah, Rusty and I were talking. We both miss our friends, but fuck. What were we gonna do? All it would take is just to sit down and talk. That's all. That's all I want. That's all I'm asking. Sit down, talk with me. I don't know. It's just stupid. I don't know anymore. So there's the current timeline. I don't think I'm missing anything. This will be the last time I do this because I'm sick and tired of it. Just want it to stop. We all want it to stop, but they just won't quit. Fucking Kazumi keeps yelling at me about it. Like, I thought you wanted to move on. I do! I have the fuckers blocked. In fact, he's the only one from that server I don't have blocked. He just keeps harassing me through my friends. And harassing my friends. Like, fuck off. Literally, the majority of this could have been avoided if they just talked. But that's Raiden's issue. His inability to just sit down and have a conversation starts a lot of drama. For example, the feud with Kazumi. If he had just let Kazumi talk, just sat down with him and talked, it could have been avoided. I guarantee it. A lot of the drama in that server is miscommunication, and I'm disappointed at Kazumi. Because Raiden fucked him over twice, too. Along with one of his friends. Ivory. He commissioned Ivory to make an avatar for him. Scammed him out of over $1,000+ just did not want to give him the files for some reason or another. Raiden wouldn't help. Another person, Lonzers, was scammed. She got him to pay for her electricity. She went to Raiden when he tried to get a refund. Midnight tried to get an avatar. She scammed him. I don't buy that there was a miscommunication that Midnight scammed her. No, I don't buy that. I will buy that he wanted to go to a seminar she was having, but just didn't show up. Because he does that. But I'm pretty sure he was clear with what he wanted. She tried to pass it off as that what she tried to pass another avatar, a retexture off as what he wanted, and it wasn't what he wanted. He wanted a Robo-Rex. Instead of an actual Robo-Rex model, she just tried to retexture one she had to make it look like that. And he spotted it immediately. But thinking back, why couldn't you do it yourself, Midnight? You make your own avatars. Yeah. So yeah, he wouldn't help Kazumi with Ivory. Didn't want to lose her ear, even though flat out caught her lying. Because I talked to Lonzers, trying to sort this out, and he mentioned the electricity thing. When I mentioned it to Raiden, he said she never said that. Huh. I don't think Lonzer would make that up. And I still take his side on that, despite him burning his bridges with me over the Kazumi drama. Because he came back to the server, started shit-talking us. We wouldn't even listen to us when we were trying to explain the situation. But whatever, that doesn't matter, it's in the past. I don't care anymore. But yes, there's the timeline. That's the whole story. And if Ember does one more major thing, I'm gonna press charges on his ass. Because I'm done. I am done. Heck, I could probably get statements from impartial people. Back to Heb. Since I've not talked to this one person before, prior to using the vent channel on my fun friend server. Even he believed me. Would he change his mind if Ember said something? I don't know. I don't have the greatest relationship with my brother. He even believed me. That should say something. I mean, I did have Carl and Lycan as witnesses, but they have since changed their mind because of Ember. And I love how Kuro's flat out lying despite him having it in his goddamn bio. No, I'm also not lying about the Bam Bam thing because I've seen it myself. He showed me. He's told me. In fact, well, I'm no longer his friend, so I can't look. But it's also in his Discord bio. He has a Steam linked, and it says Bam Bam. Yeah, well, that's it. The last update on this, if something major happens, then I guess I'll have to update that I'm pressing charge or something like that. And then the result of that. I'd like to take it to Judge Judy. I'm sure she wouldn't take any of his victim blaming. Anyway. Till my Let's Play. Goodbye.